I sense you wish to hear a Palpatine dad joke. Why did the chicken go to the seance? To get to the other side. And now NOOCH will share with you on your free-to-play Kylo Ren First Order account how to score big in the Heroic Sith Raid. Alright, everybody, so a lot of this is going to be self-explanatory, but let's talk about the Sith Raid. NOOCH had an HAT video a few days ago, and now we're going to go to the Sith Raid. Just want to kind of show you how this works. The very first tip. If you're going in with a First Order team, so NOOCH has Kylo Ren Unmasked lead, First Order Executioner, Sith Trooper, Hux, and Special Forces TIE Fighter pilot. Ideally, you'd have OG Kylo, the original Kylo Ren, in there for turn meter. But when you're going into this raid with that team, Phase 2 is it. Phase 2 is the place you're going to score points. Phase 1 is not the place to do it. Phase 3 is going to eat you alive. Phase 4 is going to be a bummer. Phase 2. Get into Phase 2. If you saw early in this, at the very beginning of this video, NOOCH on the main account had like 40 million. I went off and on NOOCH's own with the main account, cleared off Phase 1, got it out of the way so I could come in with the NOOCH Mobile, the free-to-play account, and score as big a score as possible in Phase 2 of the Heroic Sith Raid. And that's the primary thing to remember. The taking turns, who does what, whatever. That's all fairly self-explanatory. You got Kylo Ren lead. You're supporting First Order Executioner and Sith Trooper as they rack up all the damage. Sith Trooper with all the assists. You see there a 62,000 hit with his assists. First Order Executioner is just going to keep stacking. Every time he crits, he stacks health, and every time he stacks health, he stacks damage. That's what he does. You're just feeding those two turn meter. If you can get OG Kylo in there, just whoa, we just flipped the screen over. NOOCH is in the airport. Let's take a listen here to NOOCH at the airport doing this. They changed our seats. Okay. Hold on. Let's pause it for a second. So, what NOOCH thought would happen there is I unmute it. You'd hear people like, please wear your face mask at the terminal. You'll be now going to gate 74 instead of... No. NOOCH popped in with, they changed our seats. Which they did. What is up with that? I didn't pause. I thought I paused this. Okay. How the heck are you going to book airline seats? It makes you pick seats. I picked rows 8 and 9. I think I paid like an extra $20 for those seats because they're more to the front of the plane. I did that. I booked the seats, and then we get our tickets, and they're not even together. They're on the aisle in the same row, so we're in the aisle. NOOCH and Mrs. NOOCH are on the aisle seats. So technically we're next to each other, but there's an aisle between us, and we got to sit next to two jokers on either side of us, and you never know what you're going to get. So I actually had to walk up to the ticket agent, ask him to give us seats together, and he booked it. He gave us seats together. So that was a fortune. He was like, he's like, I don't know. He agreed. How the heck do they change the seats after I've already booked and chosen seats on the freaking plane? Well, we were at the airport, so that's a long and short of that. Okay. Phase 2 is the only place you want to go. You're going to be feeding turn meter over to First Order Executioner. If you've got Special Forces TIE Pilot, he's got a special. Let's look at this. Let's look at this special here from Executioner. He's up to 51,000 damage. That's good, but not super exciting. Yeah, just get as many turns for Fox and Sith Trooper as you can. Recommend OG Kylo instead of Special Forces TIE Pilot, because every time he does his AoE, the team gains 25% turn meter. And his passive is that every time he takes damage, he resets cooldowns, so you can just keep using that ability over and over, or 50% to reset cooldowns, but you'll get a lot of chances to do that AoE and give everybody turn meters. So that's a better team, and NOOCH will have him geared up soon. The entire goal here, the entire goal of the Sith Raid is to get in the top 10. You want to be in the top 10. That's where all of the gear ramp up from number 11 to number 10 is so significant. Go ahead. I'm just going to run through this video, but look it up. Look at I hope you're in a guild that's doing Heroic Sith Raids and Heroic A. You just have to have that stuff, or it's going to slow down your farm significantly. So look at it. Look at the gear ramp up between 11. It's probably 11 to 20 or 11 to 50. And then number 10, it just booms, and you get a lot more gear once you get in the top 10. So that's the entire goal here, is to get in the top 10. So figure out where that is in your guild, and if you can get there or not. If you're in a really big guild, you may not be able to accomplish it. NOOCH is in 130 million, I think, is where we are. So we're in between. We're kind of there, but yeah, I pulled up the cycle of pain there. You want to be clearing off the cycle of pain off of KRU. Because each character cycle of pain gives Scion more offense, right? 10% counter chance. Yeah, he gains 50% offense for each stack of Cycle of Suffering. So you want to get those suffering cycles off of Kylo Ren Unmasked. The other guys, you want to leave them on because it increases your character's damage output. So for every cycle of suffering on your character, you get more damage output, but you also take more damage from Scion. You're going to have more damage going to KRU because he's going to be taunting, and that's where you want the damage because he absorbs damage like a crazy person. You can hit it. You can see right now his health is just going up. His protection just went up. He just stacks and stacks and stacks. He stacked more protection there. So get him taunting as much as possible, but clear off that cycle of suffering if he's in any kind of danger at all, because that will have him taking less damage from Scion for that. So in NOOCH's guild, if you get to like 5 million, you're pretty much going to be in the top 10. I know there are guilds out there that are definitely performing at a higher level than that. You see NOOCH cleared the cycle of suffering. We took one hit to Fox. Felt like we were good enough there. Another hit to Fox. Not super exciting. But again, Kylo's lead lets him gain protection and health every time he takes a hit. You see we're down to 1 cooldown for the enraged Scion. He's about to go off and kill everybody. Let's take a look at our damage output and see what we did. 4.9 million. You see that Sith Trooper did 3.5. First Order Executioner did 1.1. Everybody else was completely inconsequential. That's where all the damage is from. Sith Trooper did most of it, and then First Order Executioner did the rest of it. So almost 5 million. That's exactly where NOOCH wanted to be. I finished this one in the top 10. Definitely got some gear. Got some nice gear that we needed for. Let's see if NOOCH pulls up the rewards here. Maybe it'll show us here. I don't know if I had enough foresight to do that. You see right now in 4th place. I did finish like at number 7 or something. And oh well, we're looking at the details. NOOCH again was in the airport recording this just to share with you guys. So we were pulling up the cycle of pain. Yeah, same thing, NOOCH. We know, we get it. Every time you have cycle of pain, he does more offense than that, but your character has more offense as well. So you need to the blah 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 blah. I don't want to repeat everything. I don't think we're gonna get to the rewards here, guys. Finish in the top 10. That's where you want to finish. And while you're working on that team and finishing in the top 10, hey guys, always remember, NOOCH too good.